Hello everyone and welcome to the Wolfside channel today with a very special topic. Always special. Dual wielding. Yeah, dual wielding was in Mortal Online 1, but it was not the best system to be honest, because yeah, you have two weapons and you can either attack with the left weapon or with the right weapon, but no attack with both. And also, not much special moves. I mean, we had Dual Strike, for example, that was like piercing and slashing or something like that. And in one hand you had a slashing weapon, in one hand you had a piercing weapon, and then it was slashing and piercing and shit like that. Just for example. But now Starbolt had some other ideas for dual wielding to improve that and not make the old system, because just be honest, no offense here, the old system, dual wielding in Mortal Online 1 was fucking trash. But now they have a different approach to the dual wielding, but no one knows how exactly that should play out. I mean, just for example, if I'm hitting with two weapons in my hand, can I hit from the right and from the left? Can I hit with two just from one direction? Can I pierce and hit? Or how does it work? Can I have twice as much stamina, or can I, for example, with the left weapon only block to the left and up, for example, and with the right weapon only right and down and stuff like that? And can I block while I wield and then stuff like this? But sadly, Henrik don't want to say something about that particular stuff, because if he speaks, they would do that, and then later they don't do that like that, then everyone will be angry. So that is why Henrik don't say something about exactly that. But I personally looking forward for dual wielding, because that is awesome. I watched the anime Sword Art Online, if you know that, and dual wielding is a awesome thing, and I would like to dual wield and dual wield correctly. So the pressure is on Starbolt to find a how should I say it, a balanced solution to dual wielding that is not completely for the trash can. And again, just for Starbolt here, it is just in my opinion, it's a little bit important that if you ask people out there, this game has dual wielding, and people already have an image in their mind how dual wielding maybe functions, maybe works, and you have your own unique dual wielding system, just for example, that is far away from realism or stuff like that, then people not will get angry, but people are like, they said they have dual wielding, but this is no dual wielding, this is just whatever this then is. So let's hope that Starbolt will make that correctly, or will make that balanced, of course. And balancing that is a fucking nightmare. I guess it's a fucking nightmare. And I can't even imagine how would you like to balance that? How is that balanceable? What are the features? Can we hit now with two weapons or not? And if we can, how the actual fuck can we balance that and stuff like that? I mean many stuff in Mortal is like, how can you balance that? But in some direction you know a little bit how to balance that. But for dual wielding, I have fucking no idea. So if you have an idea how the actual fuck can we balance dual wielding, because I don't know if Starbolt already have a solution for that. And also would you like, for example, if you can attack from both sides or not and stuff like that, please write that in the comments if you in your mind, if you think dual wielding is that, or dual wielding is not that, or dual wielding with that or that restriction would be okay or not. So please, if you have some ideas for Starbolt, please leave them in the comment section below. But now, much more interesting, what has Henrik to say about the whole dual wielding thing? Because finally we got a little bit more info on the dual wielding side.
Your thoughts on dual wielding? How would that work in a combat sense? Will blocking be non-existent? Can I attack in two different directions at once? So we had dual wielding in the first game, and it didn't turn out well. People didn't really fight as the dual wielding style and performed well in that in an exciting way. The only reason you would go dual wielding in the first game was to utilize some of the special attacks that it gave and offered, like double strike, triple strike, backstab, stuff like that. The initial thought was that you should be able to combine. So in your right hand you hold maybe a hammer, the left hand you maybe hold a sword, so you could tap into all damage type, like big blunt with your right hand, piercing or slashing with your left hand. We thought that that's interesting. You could combine your own damage types and cover a wider spectrum by using your left or right hand. But it didn't really turn out well. It didn't play as the intended design initially. So it just turned to be the special ability combo attack pretty much. So this time we said, let's not do the same thing. Let's not just add dual wielding. We're new people that are exciting about it. Pick it up and see, it doesn't play out that way, and it's it's clumsy and you can't really compete with it. We don't want to offer the same thing. So this time around, we want to experiment with this a little bit to actually give a new type of style where you utilize the speed bonuses and fight a little bit different if you choose to go dual wielding. We need to do a lot of testing to make sure we can get that experience and player feeling in a nice way so it actually works and offer that what we want this time around. So that is why we said we need to pause it, and we can't spend weeks on that now to try to make that work, because we need to get more of the core functions in a good state for the game first, and then we can go back on dual wielding again, depending on we see that there's a huge group of players that really want us to deliver dual wielding, and therefore we need to prioritize that on the list. But as you can see over the stream today, we got a lot of different interesting questions about many different fields, and it's so difficult, right? What do we pick? Like I said, we can't do everything at the same time as long as we are a small team. Hopefully we can grow and change that slowly over time, but we need to pick a few areas and focus on that as a team, make that really solid and well and deliver it good before we move on to another feature. So it's going to be exciting to see what you guys really think. You will see what we will present, a good amount of good options in different categories. And then it's up to you to pick, okay, in exploration, RP elements, this is the feature we want to see first. In PvP, this is the feature. In TC, this is the feature. In PvE, this is the feature. In combat only, this is the feature. In magic only, this is the feature.
So it seems that dual wielding will have, we have a long time to wait before we get to dual wielding, I guess. And yeah, that just came to my mind. How it will be with the blocking. Is blocking not there? Can you block with one? Can you block with two weapons? Can you hit with two? Can you not hit with two? And that are really philosophical questions here. And one side note here, if you know an MMO that has dual wielding implemented with a mechanic like that, I mean, just imagine, I guess in Kingdom Come, dual wielding was not a thing, but maybe in some other MMOs dual wielding is a thing. And I'm not talking about Black Desert dual wielding, like you have two whatever stuff in your hand, and it's just one button press for an attack and stuff like that. This is not dual wielding. This is bullshit. But I think you know what I mean. Okay, I was such stuff with my ideas and stuff like that. Maybe you have better ideas. Please write it in the comment section. Would be fucking awesome. And yeah, yesterday was a very big siege. Not a big siege, that was a siege attempt and stuff like that, but more to that in an upcoming video. Normally I would make the video today, but that was just too much work to cut. So, special thanks to all the supporters, of course. Carmel, Professor O, Lukario, Anonymous, Love of Gaming, Rhonus, Paarthurnax, Cologne, Bulldog, you and all, MIP, Cologne, Bulldog, Canopo, you and all the others, of course. So always remember to make dual wield hard, party hard, and see you all next time. Goodbye.